Wisconsin's fund managers earn 8 times the salary of the governor. That's so stupid. Nevada's doing it right, and Wisconsin's doing it wrong. So I was just reading this article from today's Wall Street Journal. Retirement fund staff are among the country's highest paid state employees. Here's this guy, Edwin Denson, who earns more than $1.2 million for managing the retirement savings of state workers, teachers, and firefighters, which is 8 times the governor's salary, making him the state's highest paid official, excluding the state's courts, colleges, and legislatures, because we know the highest paid is always a college football coach. About 30 of the pension funds and investment managers also earn more than $500,000, which includes bonuses that have been awarded year over year. The fund's performance in recent years has been middle of the road. It has been ranked 5th among large pension funds of the last 5 years. Well, it's pretty good, but we're going to show you why Nevada crushes it. Investing worker retirement money has long been one of the clearest routes to a big public paycheck, short of coaching football. Pension fund managers regularly reap big pay. All right? That's even though we know that that's despite research showing many funds would be doing better if they just basically did an index fund to set it and forget it. The state of Wisconsin Investment Board oversees $131 billion. 97% of investment board employees eligible for bonuses have earned them every year since 2011. Retired teachers, firefighters, and other public workers in Wisconsin have faced more ups and downs. That's because of a rule that reduces pension checks in down markets to avoid draining the fund. So these guys get paid since 2011. They've earned. Okay, I'm getting trained by my dogs. All right, you got to make up. I just tried to let him outside. I didn't want to go. Now he wants to go when I'm on a video. Pablo's sitting there saying, "Hi, Dad. It's me." Oh, big yawns. Big yawns. So in Wisconsin, let's read that again because this is nuts. Retired teachers, firefighters, and other public workers in Wisconsin have faced more ups and downs because of a rule that reduces pension checks in down markets to avoid draining the fund. After the 2008 financial crisis, those checks shrank for 5 years in a row, but the investment managers did. It's such a scam. In states without that type of rule, residents are more likely to feel the pain when returns fall short. Governments typically have to make up the fund difference by cutting budgets. So don't forget, look, and come on. So who was the Scott Walker? And you shouldn't ever have a reduction in your pension money. That's freaking stupid. That's not right. And I'm sure Scott Walker put that in. You shouldn't do that. I'm sorry. The whole thing is such a freaking scam, dude. It's really the whole money management thing. You should not have to worry about your pension fund going down because of investment performance. All the while you're paying these guys freaking millions and millions of dollars. It's sick. That's sickening. Do these guys lose their money? They don't get as much bonuses. Do they have their freaking salaries cut? I don't know. I didn't see it in the article. Governments typically have to make up the difference by cutting budgets or drawing on taxpayer funds when they don't have that same rule. That rule is stupid, man. But the practice stands out in the cash-strapped public sector, especially in a higher rate world where pensions can earn robust returns of relatively simple investments. Yep. The Wisconsin performance is uneven relative to its peers. The fund has beaten the 5-year median returns calculated by the Wilshire Trust for 6 of the past 10 years. The median returns, wow. Its performance relative to those medians ranked fifth among the 10 largest pensions. So when it goes ranked fifth among the 10 largest. It's freaking. Wisconsin's pension ranks 11th out of 25 according to 2022 data. But bonus pays for the funds is tied to a different measure, one they have beat every year for more than a decade. The bonus pool has increased 8-fold from $3 million in 2009 to $24 million in 2021. They paid about $66 million to roughly 300 people last year in salary and other compensation, as well as bonuses for their performance. The average bonus for the 84 investment management was $206,000. Wisconsin Fund does beat most other state pensions on one measure, the amount of money in its coffers to pay all the promised benefits. That's largely thanks to a steady flow of taxpayer funds and contributions from workers, as well as occasional pension check reductions for retirees who can lose Years of annual benefit increases in bad markets. Oh, dude, that's nuts. Let's see what they say. I want to show you here. Look at this. State auditors have raised concerns about compensation. In one case, they flagged an investment board right here. Something like my comment. I'll share with you here in just a second. State auditors have raised concerns about compensation. In one case, they flagged an investment board employee got a $180,000 signing bonus in 2019 and then left the next year with another $180,000 severance without paying the signing bonus back. So in 2019, he got a $180,000 signing bonus. In 2020, he left and got $180,000 severance. The investment board called the payments a very unique one-off situation. So the employee was 2 weeks away from the end of the repayment period on the signing bonus. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep reading here. So Nevada is crushing. Nevada? How do y'all say it? Nevada? Nevada? No, I like Nevada. That sounds better. Nevada. Nevada. Maybe they say Nevada. They always say, you're not saying it right. Okay. Nevada's public pension, which keeps the majority of its portfolio in low-cost passive index, has an investment staff of 2 people. Its 5-year annualized return beat most of the 10 biggest pension funds. Oh my goodness. In Wisconsin, Denson's pay of more than $1.2 million last year made him the 3rd highest paid manager among the 10 largest pension funds, even though his fund's performance is in the middle pack. Oh my goodness. Let's see. A different metric shows that many of the biggest pension funds underperforming, at least in the 2021 study. That research looked at 24 pension funds and found 22 did worse than hypothetical invested portfolio and index funds. Nonetheless, 18 of those 22 funds beat their own internal benchmarks because they create their benchmarks. So they're going to hire me as a coach of the NFL. Hire me. They're going to say, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go 4-12. All right, if you go 5-11, Josh, we're going to give you $1 million bonus. Great. So stupid. Pension, this is so dumb. But what I find really difficult is a lot of times when a proposal comes forward to change the benchmark, it seems to be aligned with some long-term underperformance against the benchmark. Yeah, 100%. Anyway, so I want to show you some of these comments. This is funny. Here's Dennis Rosenbrook, and I guarantee he's a money manager. He says, this is an article simply looking for a problem that doesn't exist. The state's pension is fully funded, shares the gains and losses across several years to smooth the impact to his payees. It doesn't share the gains and losses. Did that guy lose money when the pension lost money? Doesn't look like it. Many out of touch, not based in fact and out of state comments here have no clue. Mr. Denson, the guy who's making all his money, are compensated well for a job well done. Meritocracy is hard for some to swallow. The alternative is to be like many other states that are underfunded. That's not a long-term solution. And I said, investing in index funds would mean the pension is no longer funded? Wow, who knew? Who knew? Let's see right here. I want to go to this right here. Oh, by the way, don't forget, you lose money in the Wisconsin pension if they underperform. If they lose money, you lose money too. Does the guys managing the money lose money? Let's see. It took me way too long to learn to simply invest in index funds. Wisconsin should do the same. The pension so-so for performance do not surprise me. I said, guarantee all the comments supporting the investment guys' fees are from active money managers. That's what I said. And here's a guy who just hates Republicans. I don't even care. You get what you pay for, says Debbie. What is bad news is, I don't care what Debbie says about Hunter Biden. I just don't care. But actually, when it comes to investment management, the more you pay, the worse you do. So I had to be, let's see here. Oh, this guy right here says, hold on a second. Why doesn't Wall Street Journal discuss the underhanded Republican dirty tricks? Oh, God, I don't care. I just don't care. There's a couple more in here, right here. The Wall Street Journal leftists attack a red state pension plan for being middle of the pack, but beat 11 out of 25 similarly sized plans. Okay. I mean, I didn't know Wisconsin was a red state, but that doesn't make sense. They're middle of the pack. They're middle of the pack because they could be better if they didn't pay these guys all that money. I think I had one other comment here. Nevada's public pension keeps us right here. Nevada's public pension, which keeps the majority in low-cost index funds, has an investment staff of 2 people, and its 5-year annual return beats most of the 10 biggest funds. Exactly, 100%. Bingo, an excellent example for all to fall. Yep, 100%. Anyway, so there you go. The whole thing's so stupid. Let's look at who that guy was. I'm just curious. Let's check him out. There's our guy right there. Looks like a great guy. I'm sure he's worth every single. But check this out. Earlier in his career, Denson was economist at Lehman Brothers. Oh, Putnam Investments too. You guys might not remember, but before Lehman Brothers went kaput, Putnam is what was the Putnam controversy? Let me check this out. Putnam, what did they do? They were back trading their highest institutional shares. They could trade after the market closed. I'll look it up here in just a second. But what happened was on a mutual fund, this is well before ETFs, by the way. This is how old I am. I've been around this before even ETFs. So with a mutual fund, it only trades once a day. All right. So the closing, it closed at 4 o'clock. You can't trade it after that. You can't trade it before that. It trades once a day at 4 p.m. What would happen? You have these big institutional money managers, and they'd put a trade in after. So they got to see. They basically put a trade at 4:20, and they'd give it that share price as it closed at 4 p.m. Basically backdating it. It was crazy. Putnam, I'm sure I'm going to look. I'm sure it's Putnam. There's a couple other ones. There's another one. I'm drawing a blank one. But anyway, literally, so they would put the trade in at 4:20, and they would get essentially yesterday's price. Because if you put the trade in after the closing, it would be tomorrow's price. It was crazy. Let's take a look. Was Putnam? Who else? One small example: Putnam charges scandal roiling the mutual fund industry widened Tuesday when state and federal regulators lodged civil securities fraud charges against Putnam Investments and 2 of his portfolio managers. It marked the first time the company's been charged in the trading scandal, which is still unfolding after Eliot Spitzer. The 2 complaints portray Boston-based Putnam, the country's 5th largest manager, as being well aware of so-called market timing trades by 2 managers and shareholders in a retirement fund. Let's see. Market timing was so common at the retirement fund that an hour just before the stock market closed each day, when union members called in their trades, was known in one Putnam branch as a Boilermaker hour. One union member earned $1 million through timing over the 3-year period, regulators allege. More than 24 others earned $100,000 to $1 million. So that's just one of them. Let's keep what's going on. I wasn't aware of that one. Let's see another one. Morningstar article that just came out just the other day. 20 years after the market timing scandal, the fund industry focuses on transparency but lacks disclosure. I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to take too much time to reading this, but New York Attorney General announced he was investigating mutual fund companies for practices hurting small investors. The companies were allowing special clients to make rapid mutual trades in violation of the prospectuses at the expense of fund investors, 100%. It's been 20 years since that story broke, which later became known as a market timing scandal. Anyway, I don't remember all the companies involved with this. Putnam was obviously one right there. The others, I can't. There's a couple other jump out at me. Alliance Bernstein, something like that. I forgot. But anyway, it's look, dude. At the end of the day, this is why the money management people will scream bloody murder that they're worth their fee, and some might be. I guess some might. It's hard to justify that anymore. It really is. It's hard to justify paying this when we can look right here and see good old-fashioned index funds doing better on average than your money manager. It's just a fact. This is not really debatable anymore. Does that mean Joe Schmo, that guy over there? Because there is always going to be a Warren Buffett. There's always going to be a Bill Neff. Yeah, from John Neff, Bill Neff, whatever his name is, from was it Neff? Yeah, from Vanguard Windsor. There will always be a Pete Lynch. There will always be the guy who runs freaking. I can't believe I can't remember his name, man. The guy who runs the Fidelity Contra Fund, Bill Danoff. There's any kind of curve. So you have a bell curve. You're always going to have people on the other side, on the back side of the bell curve, on the outlier. Always. The question is, they get there by luck or by skill. I actually talked about this in the investment course I'm building right now. And you're always going to have someone on the outlier who outperforms the average and the median too. Always. It's just the nature of the beast. But are they lucky or are they good? And if the facts are, if they're good, they should be able to repeat it year over year or year. And you just don't find that many people who do. You just don't. Peter Lynch, he quit when the getting was good. No other way around that. And the guy who came up and replaced him, I think it was Jeff Vinnick. And then another guy replaced him, drawing a blank, his name, Robert something. They didn't do anything. I mean, they're okay, but they didn't do anything. Causing index funds. The point being is, you're going to have to, it's going to be tough to justify high investment management fees. It really is. Nevada's doing it right. Wisconsin's doing it wrong, especially when you, the post guy, the teacher, the firefighter, I don't know if the police have their own one, I don't know, but your pension can be reduced because of their ineptitude. That's just wrong, man. Love your thoughts. We'll see you.